Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sugar Pills. On today's episode, we are going to tackle adult bullies. Unfortunately, they exist, and we're going to talk about a few ways on how not to be one. That's right. The art of bullying is sometimes very subtle. It could even be gaslighting. It could even just be, sort of backhanded compliments. You know, just bullying, just being mean and not nice. It's not cool. And so on today's episode, I'm going to share a very personal story of how I was adult bullied. And I actually wrote an article for a really amazing wellness website called Candidly. And I definitely suggest everyone go check it out. It's at thecandidly.com. And yeah, so I'm just going to read you my article that I wrote for them on adult bullies, and here's how not to be one. It was your typical Tuesday in the life of an influencer. I was sitting at a fancy blogger brunch, surrounded by the familiar faces of my writer, editor, and blogger friends and acquaintances. As we pushed around the food on our plates and sipped on rosé, I noticed the mumblings of a conversation between Nina and Jane. Nina: yeah, the Kardashians made curves cool, but that trend is so over. She then turns, laughs, and points to me and says, I mean, Candy has the biggest ass here. My mouth went dry when the meaning of what she had said truly sunk in. Was she making fun of my body? Was she low-key calling me fat? Was she trying to make the other girls laugh at my expense? Was she exerting her position as the alpha at the table? Is this what body shaming felt like? It was clear that the answer to all of these was yes to all of the above. I suppose she had expected the rest of the table to erupt into laughter with her, but when her mean-spirited dig was met with silence, she responded, oh, I mean, I wish my butt was bigger. And this backhanded follow-up comment really solidified her mean girl status. My friend Eva looked at me and mouthed, are you okay? I nodded that I was, but this was a lie. Even though the other girls didn't join in on making fun of my shape, I felt a hot wave of shame wash all over my body. I bit my lower lip in an effort to stifle the tears that were threatening to break free from my eyes. Here I was, an accomplished content creator surrounded by my industry peers at a professional event, but was being reduced to feeling like a 12-year-old girl in the cafeteria lunchroom that no one wanted to sit with. Weren't we as adults, and especially as women, supposed to be evolved enough to not take pleasure in inflicting emotional and physical pain on others? Weren't we supposed to know that bringing someone else down doesn't mean we bring ourselves up? Apparently not. When I got back home after the brunch, I started to think about the roots of adult bullying and what was causing another accomplished woman to feel the need to belittle another accomplished woman in the presence of others. But more importantly, I thought of tangible ways to ensure that I never became like her, that I never projected my own pain, hurt, and insecurities onto other people as a way to temporarily alleviate my own feelings of being less than. After all, hurt people hurt people. So in an effort to repurpose the pain, shame, and embarrassment that I felt that day, I pulled together a few key insights on how not to become an adult bully. The first way is to identify your own triggers and get some perspective. Getting clear on who you are and what makes you tick is imperative to harnessing your true strength and inner peace. When you're able to be self-aware enough to know what areas in your life you still need to heal, then you're able to identify when those triggers are being activated and to address them with grace, love, and compassion, rather than lashing out at the nearest target. Usually people bully other people because something about that person or experience triggers a pre-existing insecurity or wound within that person. Until we are able to heal our own wounds, we'll keep wounding others. Actively working on your own self-awareness can be scary, tough, and at times exhausting. But healing your wounds and taking back your power to choose differently when triggered is the work that we must do in order to become whole, healed, and healthy human beings. The key exercise here is to mindfully notice when you feel shame, embarrassment, anger, resentment, and any negative feelings. Then journal about what was said, what happened, and what memories were brought up from past trauma that triggered those same emotions. Getting clear on the correlations between past trauma and present triggers will help you mature and grow emotionally. This way, you're able to check yourself and moderate yourself rather than project your pain onto others. Practice gratitude. I know, gratitude has been a wellness buzzword for the past few years, but there's a reason for that. When you are full of gratitude for what you have and for what is on its way to you, you cannot simultaneously hold space for jealousy, envy, or feeling less than, which is another root cause of bullying. We tend to want to tear other people down when we feel there isn't enough love, praise, money, attention, friendship, or whatever it is to go around. So we want to make sure that we get it, which means someone else has to go without. The feeling of scarcity, the feeling of feeling less than, is another root cause of this faulty mentality, which leads to the destructive behavior that manifests itself as bullying. Getting clear on the fact that who you are is enough, that you have intrinsic value and meaning. You don't have to do anything to be valuable. You already are. This is the first step to healing the faulty mentality that you have to compete with others for love, attention, affection, friendship, and success. It's the first step to focusing on your own life in a healthy way so that you no longer feel the need to bring others down in a false attempt to elevate your own ego. A key exercise here is to forget about having an attitude of gratitude, but actually practice and implement a lifestyle of gratitude into your daily routine. This means going beyond keeping a gratitude journal, but to changing the way that you think, speak, and act both to yourself and to others through the lens of gratitude. A few examples are the old way. I'm sorry I was late. I'm always running behind. Gratitude way. Thank you for waiting for me. Old way. I never have enough time to stop and fully take in what's going on around me. Everything is just so chaotic. I'm just a mess. Gratitude way. I always have enough time. I'm thankful for all of the abundance around me, from the trees, the birds, the sun, and to everything else in between. Old way. There's only room for one person like me in my workplace and my friendship group and my love life. Gratitude way. I'm thankful for surrounding myself with people who accept and include me as I am, and I love doing the same for others. Old way. Nothing ever works out for me. I have such terrible luck. Gratitude way. Everything is always working out for me. All that comes to pass is for my greatest good. I consciously create my own luck. Old way. Well, who does she think she is? I'll show her. Gratitude way. I love seeing other women own their power in a clear and confident way. I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn from her and to do the same. So it is my sincere hope that you found value in my story and in my insights. And be sure to head over to thecandidly.com to check out more articles. And I also want to thank them for publishing my work. And I will see you guys next time on Sugar Pills.